All right, so here we are again live with today has a steamy subject. It's steamy to me, but I guess the reason why it may be a little on the steamy side is because it's one of the many stories, one of the many um, thoughts through conversation that happen in the sauna. So, for those that know me, I am a sauna lover. I love the benefits of the sauna, and that's a whole different topic. I think maybe I'll do a video on sauna therapy. But so sauna therapy, before I jump into today's topic of the steamy subject of perfectionism, is that hop on a call with me. I'm dropping the link in the chat because if you want more on sauna therapy, it's my thing. I love the sauna, and it comes with just a boatload of health benefits. And we can also talk about the ice baths, which I just did my first plunge a couple of weeks ago. So, totally different subject, but hop on a call with me if you would like to discuss further the sauna therapy and why there are so many health benefits. Okay, onward to the steamy subject that came from a conversation in the sauna. I always have many. I think those men get all excited from the sauna that gives them so much energy. So this happened to be a gentleman that was in the sauna with me this one day, and I could already sense his energy. He was like so pumped up. He comes in, he's just like doing this like bounce, and he comes right in and he's like, "Hey, I'm so and so, and what's your name?" And I was like, "Oh, hey, I'm Lauren." And I could just see his energy just kind of off the charts. Then he began to just share with me, very just openly, spontaneously, all about his desire to find the one thing that's going to help him reach peak performance. He was all about like, yeah, I just want to be the best. I just want to go like, I just want to have like the best performance I can possibly ever have. And I was like, whoo, please just like tone down just a little bit. So he proceeded to share that led to, again, talking about the benefits of the sauna and the benefits of the ice baths, which he was proceeding to tell me that he feels like he's going to go build his own. He wants to have one in his backyard. And then, he later shared with me that he is an attorney that's very driven. So, where I'm getting with this, and this is something I've shared with him very similarly, is that when we are driven by full blown adrenaline, if you are just, your gas pedal is just, man, and his was to the floor. If he would have been in a Ferrari, he would have won the race because he was so jacked up. So if you approach your workout all jacked up because you're trying to be perfect, and that's a whole, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about that and the unfortunate consequences of striving to be perfect. But let's stick with this subject here about how it applies to your health and well-being, and maybe how it's showing up in, let's just say, a workout or your daily acts of living. And using this gentleman as an example is that he came to the fitness center, the wellness center, and he went through his routine, and he was just like, yeah, I've got to be I just want to find the best. And I said, maybe if you slow down just a little bit, because I had just done a video the day before on how high levels of cortisol will have side effects. And for those of us reaching into our middle age group, then it starts to fall into heavier weight, a waistline in the waistline. And he was saying, I don't like how my stomach is. And he actually was really fit. He looked like he was maybe on the fourth floor. So I put ages on the floor. So he looked like he was on the fourth floor, 40s. Made my way. That was a decade for me. I'm definitely well into the middle of the fifth floor. And so he has this fourth floor thinking that I want to be back like I was when I was 20. I want my washboard abs. Man, I remember what kind of athlete I was when I was 20, and I want that back. And I said, you know what? If you maybe calm down just a little and kind of look at your approach to your workout differently. And have you ever tried meditation? And he just kind of stopped and looked at me. And I said, yeah, that's the look I get a lot from my clients when I bring up the word meditation, applying that to your workout. And he said, "Okay, I'm listening." I said, "Well, if you have to bring your cortisol levels to a more manageable place. Now, right now, you're jacked up. And if you approach your workout from this gas pedal adrenaline approach, you're going to just be adding more cortisol, which in excess is going to again put the waistline on you. And it's also going to just feed inflammation, which I have shared in prior videos is just absolutely is not good for you. We know that that's what causes so many diseases. Okay, so we have gone from this gentleman's approach to wanting to be perfect. He's wanting to be the winner. And that's just, and I want to be back like I was when I was younger. And we see this idea, this approach to perfectionism, which there is no such thing as perfect. And not to be cliche, perfect is really the imperfect because we all have our imperfections and we need to embrace them. We need to embrace them. All right. So there are several factors here that play into this perfectionism approach to living. We are inundated with social media. We are all comparing ourselves to the Joneses or whoever you want to compare yourself to. We want the perfect house, we want the perfect car, we want the perfect body, we want the perfect hair, we want the perfect lips, we want the perfect butt, you name it. We are all looking and striving for that physical idea of being perfect, where we totally miss the mark when we don't look inward and try to make what's inside of us perfect. Because when you do that, that is when all that comes out in expression, like your exercise, like your movement, like your hair, like your behind, like your waistline, all of that comes from within. So if you try to force something, anything, in my opinion, there are very strong odds against you that it's not going to work. It will not come out in your favor. And then what's the word that I like to bring out a lot is that you're going to end up suffering. I mean, it doesn't have to be severe suffering. It could be just light, I'm disappointed, or darn it, I wish I would have, or it could lead to severe suffering, which leads to anxiety, depression, and a host of other concerns. So, do you see where I'm going with the impact on just thinking that way of just, I've got to be the best, I've got to be the flattest abs, and I want to be back like I was when I was 20? That simply is not going to happen. There is no such thing as perfect. All right. We have to remember that. So we also have to embrace the floor that we are on, embrace the fourth floor, embrace the third floor, have fun with it, embrace the fourth floor, enjoy it, enjoy this fifth floor, which I have grown to actually love, even with the changes that do start coming into play. Yes, there are aches and pains. Yes, there's a little bit more to putting the, buttoning my pants. That's okay. We need to embrace it. It's when you're not okay and you're trying to force something to change that you're going to continue to suffer. You're going to continue to find disappointment in your body, in your mind. And then that leads over into everything else, your relationships, your work performance, your relationship at work. That's when you start to see burnout. So again, perfectionism is not a good thing. Performance and progress is where we want to really focus on, and it's just making a step forward, making progress. It may be a tiny step, it may be a big step, but progress is where you want to kind of sit in, and that's going to help your overall performance. That's a guarantee. I always put a stamp of guarantee on the words that come out of me. So I would love to hear from you, and I would love to meet with you to see how possibly perfectionism, and women, we're known to try to strive to be perfect. Not just the gentleman, not just the attorney in the sauna. Guys do it too, but women, we are really hard on ourselves. And so I'm speaking to you right now, especially when we reach 45, 50 older, we really, even though we say we want to let go of being perfect, we still have that underlying, discomfort of trying to be perfect, wanting to be perfect. So if you're struggling with perfectionism, you're struggling with a little excess or a lot of excess weight, emotional weight, physical weight, book a call with me. Meetwithlauren.me. This is what I do. I've been working with clients for over 20 years and have seen many success stories. So again, it's getting under the hood, figuring out what's causing that excess weight. Could be emotional, could be from your nutrition choices, but again, it's all tied together. Hop on a call with me and we will take a peek under your hood and have a conversation around it. So today's message is stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to be perfect. Slow down, look inward. Try to make friends with, getting comfortable with going inward, meditation. Don't let it scare you. And then just pause, take 10 deep breaths. That's a form of meditation from my book. So book a call with me, meetwithlauren.me. We can talk about where you are and how that excess weight is showing up in your life. And perfectionism is not the way to shed it. That is a promise. So I will see everyone tomorrow at whatever time I find is the right time for tomorrow. So I'll let you know. Just subscribe to the channel. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. It would be a good time to. That way you're alerted when I schedule the next video. So for now, I hope everybody makes it an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow. Ciao.